This is my nation. You're watching BDTV.
That's right, it's your boy, the blueprint, the DNA of TNA, the most genetically jacked, athletically stacked, giant in the business today, live and direct. And you're watching About That TV with my homeboy Fonzo.
This is Supermax Hernandez, and you're watching About That Online. Boom.
Yo, when you out here, when you in these streets, if you're trying to keep it mental, then you need to be about that. And that's why you go to About That Online, so that you can most definitely know what's going down when you need to know what's going down. You dig?
Yeah, peace family. So in a massive wrestling news update, it's been reported that WWE, well, I should say former WWE legend, The Big Show, has signed with AEW, All Elite Wrestling. That is right, Paul Wight, aka The Big Show, is All Elite. Now, this comes as a huge shock to a lot of people, considering, Big Show has been a long-term WWE standout for the past 20-something odd years, 22 years with WWE. AEW have announced that Big Show has signed a long-term deal with them, and this is quite a surprise for everybody. And seeing as Big Show recently was on WWE programming, a couple of weeks or months ago, just recently, Show, also known by his real name Paul Wight, will serve as a commentator on AEW's show AEW Dark. So we haven't heard anything if he's gonna be in the ring, but that's quite interesting. AEW Dark is like one of the YouTube shows, so we don't know if this is gonna be a spin-off to that. So it's kind of interesting because when you think of the name, even Paul Wight, it reminds me of one of the big jumps of the Monday Night Wars, Attitude Era sort of thing, where Paul Wight, who was a giant on WCW, who had reached a lot of acclaim, and I think he was one of the first big sort of internally grown WCW stars to make the jump to the WWF or WWE, so... and when he did that, it was under his real name, Paul Wight, because he was known as the Giant in WCW. When he first came into WWE, he was known as Paul Wight, and then eventually they transitioned him into the Big Show, and that name really stuck for a long time, and it really worked. And now he's back to being Paul Wight on AEW, which is an interesting one. So it says Wight would also have an extensive role within AEW and will be making a return to the ring. So in a press release, Wight stated, "It's been amazing to watch what AEW has built in just a couple of years. AEW Dark is an incredible platform to hone the skills of up-and-coming wrestlers, but I also love that established AEW talent can build out their personalities and showcase themselves in new ways on Dark. It's no exaggeration when they say that AEW is boundless." So AEW CEO Tony Khan added, "Paul Wight is one of the most recognizable and impressive professional athletes in the world. He wanted to come to AEW because he believes that we're the best promotion in wrestling, and we believe that he has a lot to offer us, both in the ring as a wrestler and also outside the ring as a commentator, host, and ambassador for AEW." So crazy, let us know your thoughts. Tony Khan is definitely flashing the money and stuff around, acquiring the big talent. We've seen a lot of former WWE stars go over there. We've seen them mixing it up with Impact, New Japan. So AEW have definitely been making a lot of waves in the wrestling biz right now. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.
Yeah. You know it is Tiny Iron, half man, half amazing. Britain's biggest biceps, 24-inch guns blazing. I'm simply, half man, half amazing. And you're watching About That TV all day, every day. If you're not about, then you're not about that. Make sure you upload your shit, keep your eyes locked, keep your things peeled, because we're doing big things. It's all about that. Remember that name, about that. You got that, about that. You're winning, about that. You're losing, about that. Watch now.
Ooh, yeah. The cream of the podcast crop rising to the top. Be sure to check out WrestleBiz, brother. The podcast presented by Fonzie Neutron. Yeah, it's hip-hop meets wrestling, dig it? Powered by Bout That Online. Yeah, www.boutthatonline.com. They get funky like a monkey. Special guests like Tony Iron, Pineapple Pete, The Black Mask, and many more. I'm freaking out. Make sure you tune in Otherwise, you'll be a jabroni, and you'll miss the interviews, the predictions, the reviews, and just sitting around shooting the breeze. Yep, so tune in and let these guys tell you a thing or two about a thing or two. Need a little excitement? Check out the WrestleBiz podcast. Ooh.